Round 1. Fight!
Yo, what's good everybody? It's Fatboz. That's my first ever YouTube video in English. Yes sir, welcome to my channel. I usually make some video in French as I am from France. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to drop your like. It will help my channel to grow. Hopefully we'll be able to reach the 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. On this video, we are going to talk about something special. The grand final of the 250k between Ty and Splash. That's maybe the series that everybody in this community is waiting for so many weeks, as they are maybe the two best players in the MYTEAM community. In this video, we are going to make a short interview of both players. We are going to ask them how they feel a few hours before the game. Hopefully, you will like this video. So let's do it. Let's enter into the video. Have a look on the roster. Here we have Ty's roster. He has Lonzo Ball, Kawhi, KD, Giannis, AD, Luka Magic, T-Mac, Terry, LeBron, and Moses Malone. His lineup is so good, There is no weakness, only strength, and we know that all these guys are beasts in defense. So it will be really interesting to see how Splash will find some solution against all these tall guys. Have a look on the Splash's lineup. Ben Simmons at the point guard position. John Havlicek, Kawhi, KD, and AD. Luka, Terry, Moses, Cedric Maxwell, Giannis, Lamar Odom, LeBron, and Lonzo. It will be really interesting to see how he will use Ben Simmons. I just made a quick preview on the lineup. We will enter to the real heart of this video. Before asking some question to Ty and Splash, I need the prediction, I need the opinion of one of the OG of this community. DBG will give you his prediction, his favorites for this final. So let's hear my lads. DBG.
Oh, Splash versus TYDEBO. The final that pretty much everybody outside of a few lads I knew wanted in the final as far as casual fans go. The two biggest names in the entire competition. Playstyles are so contrasting, and they scrim with each other so much. They know everything about each other's game. But Splash has been talking about how he has a few plays in his arsenal if he's getting boxed. If Ty can kind of get Splash hard crushed, get showtime, it could be a completely different game. It's close enough that I would never put money on either player. You asked me for a prediction, so the difficulty is a big one. If this was on Hall of Fame difficulty, I would probably give the edge to Splash. But since it's on online versus, I'm going to give the edge to Ty. Ty's biggest weaknesses is his ability to time shots, and that's not as much of a problem in online versus, whereas Splash's biggest strength is timing isn't as good. So I'm going to go for Ty. But it should be a great game, probably 3 games.
Shout out to my man DBG for giving us his thought, his prediction, and his feeling about that series. We are all excited now to hear the two finalists. I am with one of the best players, one of the OG in this community for so many years. He is known as Splash. How are you, my guy?
I'm good. Can't wait to get started. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
First of all, I know that you play against Panda Wings, French player. How was the games against Panda?
Panda, you could tell he hasn't. I don't think he labbed a lot when he played versus or didn't play versus a couple of US players. I couldn't tell if he was delayed in the tournament though. He seemed like a decent player, just made, too many minor mistakes. I even told him when I talked to him, play players like myself, or couple mistakes, couple turnovers, bucket, down 2, down 12, down 20, game's over. So he just made a couple minor mistakes, but he was pretty decent. I just think he could have labbed a little bit more.
Everybody recognizes you as maybe the best offensive player in the game, maybe the best dribbler.
Yeah, I agree that I am the best offensive player. I believe I'm the best offensive player in the game mode. I believe I'm the best shooter in my team as well, which translates to me being the best offensive player. Best dribbler though? Nah, I don't think I'm best dribbler. I have a lot of nice little combos and stuff, but if you saw some of the people who I learned my stuff from, they would make me look like I don't know how to dribble. But I'll take best offensive player for sure.
How do you prepare yourself for that kind of event?
This upcoming week, I call it labbing. Everybody usually knows what labbing means. I'm in like just playing repetitive games versus the same players. Repeat it, getting shots up, working on new defensive schemes because maybe I don't trust my defensive scheme. So just playing as much as I can and getting as many reps as possible versus competitive players who still play current gen.
Play with the Hall of Fame difficulty or online difficulty?
I translated to Hall of Fame difficulty for a couple of games because I want to see how it was, but you might as well just play on online versus because there's no point in me getting used to people missing on Hall of Fame and you go back to the 250K difficulty and you don't miss at all. So I just play on the online versus difficulty right now.
Yeah, so you also comfortable with the Hall of Fame and the online difficulty, right?
I'm comfortable with both. I would rather play on Hall of Fame as a whole because I think it applauds my game style a lot more, but online versus is fine too.
According to you, what will be the case to win the grand prize?
Just play like myself. I believe when I play at my best level, I don't think nobody on either console or in the world can stop me on this video game. Ty is a tough opponent. I've played him multiple times. If you ask him back, he's going to say the same thing. And I have to make his top defense in the community look like it's not defense at all. If I can find a way to make him seem like he doesn't have top defense, the game shouldn't be close. I just got to come out there, play my game, not turn over the ball, utilize my timeouts when Algo's trying to strike, hit all my jump shots, which never should be a problem. A lot of people were very surprised in 250K when I pulled out the Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is supposed to be my starting point guard, but versus players like Ty, his defense might look a little bit better if I put Ben Simmons in the game. So most likely we're going to start with Ben Simmons. We have some backup options that I'm not going to talk about. John Havlicek, which is my favorite card, everybody knows. That's my main man. That's my shooting guard coming in. Small forward is the level 40 Kawhi from season 4, season 3, whatever season it was. I like his defensive stance, even though he doesn't give me any stops. I love his defensive stance. My power forward is Kevin Durant. He's Kevin Durant. I don't really have to say much more about Kevin Durant. And my center is AD. I believe he's going to be a big difference maker and on Saturday. I hope he plays how I want him to play. So that should be my starting lineup.
What's your prediction?
As bad as I want to say, I'm going to sweep him because that's just who I am as a person. I think as a whole, the series won't be how everybody wants it to be if it doesn't go to 3 games. So I think it's going to go to 3 games. That's a lot of stress off my shoulders, but I think it's going to go to 3 games.
Last, any words for the MYTEAM and 2K community, especially here in Europe?
Make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a show like everybody says, best offensive player versus best defensive player. We're just going to put on a show for the MYTEAM community and let people know the MYTEAM community can compete too.
I'm here with Ty. Thank you very much. Welcome on my video.
Hey, thanks for having me. How are we doing tonight?
How do you feel a few days ago from the grand final?
I'm excited, man. I don't try to like overload how much I'm playing the game because I feel like I'm best when I just stay fresh. But just, obviously playing a couple competitive games a day, getting my reps in. And obviously that transition from Xbox to PlayStation is one thing that I'm trying to not that I'm comfortable on both, but definitely I'm trying to play more on PlayStation than Xbox.
Why did you play on Xbox this year?
One of the main things is it's just like there's less overall people on Xbox than PlayStation. So when it comes to the qualifier, it's easier to qualify on Xbox. It's just a business decision. I think it was just an easier process all the way around.
We know that you're going through a big issue during the first week of the qualifier. What was your feeling when you saw the error code on your screen?
It was I was scared of it the entire day. Even the night before, because I had to drive somewhere because long story short, I didn't own my new house yet, so I was staying at my parents' house. Their internet wasn't very good, so I drove to a friend's to play the game, and I said, the thing I'm most worried about is getting an error code. I got 2.5 hours in. I was in good position, and boom, it popped up. There it was. It is what it is. You got to kind of try to get through those things, and luckily enough, I was able to get through that in the second qualifier.
Everybody recognizes you maybe as the best defensive player in the game. Do you agree with that?
I like to be humble most of the time, so I would say I'm one of the top defensive players in the game.
In offense, if we talk about offense, do you think that Splash is better than you in offense?
Absolutely, no question. He's more talented offensively than me.
What will be the case to win the grand prize against Splash on Saturday?
I think if I come out and just disrupt his rhythm, disrupt his flow, I can do that with my uniqueness on defense and just not letting him find that flow. Obviously, I know Splash is going to go on runs. He's going to go on a 6-0 run, 9-0 run, whatever the case may be. But if I can overall limit his ability to just be comfortable on the offensive end, I think that increases my chances of having success.
Do you already know your starting lineup that you will use on Saturday?
Alonzo, Kawhi, but Giannis and AD are my power forward and center.
How do you feel about playing online for this grand final?
That's one thing I wish we 2K could have made happen in person, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that most of the community doesn't see. Like they're shipping us all this equipment and we're trying to get it set up on Friday, and there's just a lot that goes into it. If it works out and it goes flawless like this transitions, I'm okay with it. But the last thing I want to have to worry about is like Saturday, a tech type of situation. Let's say, my face cam goes out, or just those small things that you obviously don't want to have to worry about on Saturday. So I wish it was in person, but it is what it is.
What's your tips to become a beast in defense?
I think the best tips that I can give you is to watch some other good defenders. So whether it's watching me play, watching Isaac, just any competitive MYTEAM player play the game, see the kind of rotations they make, the way they think. That's kind of how I learned how to play defense.
How do you feel about that difficult changing every time?
I want to be competitive, whether it's online versus whether it's Hall of Fame. I showed earlier on in the year, right, that I could win on Hall of Fame in a MyTeam Madness tournament. Superstar, I've won some tournaments, and so I feel like I'm versatile in that. I don't want to change the way I play this late.
How excited are you to play against Splash for that cash prize?
I can't think about that, because if I think about that, that's when like the nerves. I just need to go out and have fun with it. And I know it's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Splash and I, whenever we play, it's always a lot of fun. I wish we could play tonight. Like I just want to get this thing going, man. And I'm excited, man.
What's your prediction?
I think this is going to 3 games. I think I'll be able to get him in the 3rd game, but I do think it's going the distance.
Any words for the MyTeam and 2K community, especially here in Europe?
Appreciate all the constant support, man. I'm hoping that Saturday can be something that sparks the MyTeam community in general worldwide, and just, you know, keep having fun with the mode. That's the big thing that I want to stretch to the community, is just have fun with what you do, man.
Final round.
Offense by far.
Defense. Dunk. Showtime.
3 at all times. It's tough. I'm gonna go range extended though. I want to say Showtime, but I'm gonna say range.
Showtime. Unlimited.
Neither. I don't like neither gen. Neither.
Right, Jen. I like the spin move.
Speed boost. Spin move is tough though. The spin move is tough. Speed boost though. I played 2,356 games from him. If I don't say him, it's no point in me being here. So yeah, I take Terry.
D-Mac. Back-to-back global champ.
Both. That's what I'm trying to do to accomplish the perfect year of 2K. I believe if I win the MyTeam championship and I go into the 2K league and win a championship, I believe I can be stabilized as the best 2K player to touch the game. That's what I'm going for right now.
Thank you guys so much for watching, man. Smash the like button. Drop a sub to my man's Fatboz, man. We all appreciate him greatly, and I hopefully you guys tune in on Saturday. It should be a lot of fun.
Merci beaucoup. Pouce bleu. Abonnez-vous to my dog, Fatboz.